بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وأصلي وأسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. الأربعين النووية explanation of Imam An-Nawawi's 40 Hadith, explanation by Shaykh Saleh Al-Fawzan Hafidahullah. And Imam, he said, inform me about the last hour until the end of the Hadith, since it is generally from the aspect of the pillars of Iman, that is belief in the last hour, which commences with the establishment of the hour and the end of the world. Then the establishment of the hour is the end of the world and the commencement of the hereafter. That is the appointed time. That is the appointed time Allah glorious is and exalted has done for this worldly existence. It will end and resurrection will be established, and the belief in this is one of the pillars of Iman. Whoever adopts the establishment of the Hawa, or weavers or reject the establishment of the Hawa, such is certainly a disbeliever. Allah the Exalted says, زعم الذين كفروا لن يؤبثوا قل بلى وربي لتبعثن ثم لتنبؤن بما عملتم ذلك لا يسير. The believers pretend that they will never be resurrected for their account. Say, yes, by my Lord you will certainly be resurrected. Then you will be informed of and recompensed for what you did, and that is easy for Allah. It does not suffice that one believes in the last day. Rather, one must work for the last day. So he does good deeds and repents from evil deeds and prepares for this day. This is the main objective. But for merely believe in the last day and not prepare, not working for it, such may not get much benefit from this belief. And the establishment of the Hawa and its time is not known except by Allah. Glorious is He and exalted. Allah alone knows it, and did neither inform the angels nor the messengers. Allah the Mighty and Sublime concealed its knowledge from the entire creation, because there is no benefit for a man in his knowing when the Hawa will be established. The benefit lies in believing that it will be established and preparing for it. This is the main goal. As for when it will be established, that is known to Allah alone, the Mighty and Sublime. Explanations are contained in many verses of the Quran that no one knows when the Hawa will be established except Allah. Allah the Most High said, يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ السَّاعَةِ أَيَّانَ مُرْسَاهَا قُلْ إِنَّمَا إِلْمُهَا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ قُلْ إِنَّمَا إِلْمُهَا عِنْدَ رَبِّي لَا يُجَلِّيهَا لِوَقْتِهَا إِلَّا هُوَ. They ask you about the Hawa, day of resurrection. When will be its appointed time? Say, the knowledge thereof is with my Lord alone. None can reveal its time but He. يسألونك عن الساعة أيان مرساها. They ask you, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, about the Hawa. When will be its appointed time? فيما أنت من ذكرها. You have no knowledge to say anything about it. إلى ربك منتهاها. To your Lord belongs the knowledge of the term thereof. إنما أنت منذر من يخشاها. You, O Muhammad, are only a warner for those who fear it. كأنهم يوم يرونها لم يلبثوا إلا عشية أو ضحاها. The day they see it, it will be as if they had not tarried in this world except an afternoon or a morning. He said, إن الله عنده علم الساعة وينزل الغيث ويعلم ما في الأرحام وما تدري نفس ماذا تكسب غدا وما تدري نفس بأي أرض تموت إن الله عليم خبير. Verily Allah with Him alone is the knowledge of the Hawa. He sends down the rain and knows that which is in the wombs. No person knows what he will earn tomorrow, and no person knows in what land he will die. Very Allah is all knower and all aware of things. Thus, the knowledge of the Hawa is with Allah alone, the Mighty and Sublime. And it is not right for anyone to say the Hawa will be established at such and such time, depending on calculations and myths and legends, as is done by some impostors and fanatics. This is from overburdening oneself, something which Allah has not authorized. Whoever does that is a liar, because it is absolutely impossible that Allah conceals the knowledge of the Hawa, and a person comes and still knows it. Also, it is not from wisdom that you ask when the Hawa will be established. The wise thing is to ask about what you should do, how to get prepared for this day. This is what contains benefit for you. Thus, when Jibril said the Prophet ﷺ inform me about the last hour, he also replied, the one being asked has no more knowledge about it than the one who is asking. That is, you and I are alike. All we don't know when the hour will be established. So Jibril alayhi salam, and he is the chief of angels, and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he is the leader of the children of Adam, do not know when the hour will be established. How will a claimant come and claim the knowledge of that? This contains evidence that the knowledge or the time of the establishment of the hour is not known except to Allah, clearly and exalted. The one being asked, and his Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, has no more knowledge about it than the one who is asking, and that is Jibril. Meaning, we are all the same. We do not all know it. This affirms what is contained in the Quran, that the knowledge of the hour is with Allah, the mighty and sublime, and this also contains evidence that whoever is asked about something he does not know should refer it to Allah and not try to make up anything on it. He asked, tell me then about its signs, that is, its potence. There are indications that show the nearness of the hour. He, the exalted, said, فَهَلْ يَنْظُرُ إِلَّا السَّاعَةَ تَأْتِيَهُمْ بَغْتَةً فَقَدْ جَاءَ أَشْرَاطُهَا. Do they then await anything other than the hour that it should come upon them suddenly? But some of its potence, indications, and signs have already come. The time that the hour will be established is not known except to Allah. As for the signs that indicate the nearness of the establishment of the hour, there are many and are known. Some of them are major and some minor, and some are in between. Many of them have come to pass, but it remains the major signs. Scholars have ordered many works on the potence of the last hour and the signs of the last hour. This is knowledge taken from the text and proofs. He asked, telling me about its signs, since asking about its sign is permissible. He sallallahu replied and mentioned two of its signs. He said that the slave girl will give birth to her mistress. This is one, and it means that the mother will be servant and the daughter her boss. This is amazing, that the daughter will be the mistress of her mother. So what does this mean? Two meanings have been mentioned. The first, that it means that enslavement will proliferate in the end times, and since there is no doubt that the daughter of a slave woman is freeborn as a father, and the mother is a slave woman, the daughter becomes a mistress to her mother. The second meaning is that, and Allah knows best, there will be a great deal of undutifulness to parents in the end times, such that the daughter will behave to her mother as the mistress to her slave by being disobedient, arrogant, and reproaching in dealing with her. He said, and that you will see the barefoot, naked, and poor goat shepherds, that is the Bedouin. These are the attributes of the Bedouin. Their feet are usually bare, their bodies naked, that is, they wear woodless clothes or clothes not covering the necessary parts of their bodies due to penury or not giving attention to that kind of clothes they wear, as is known with the Bedouins. It does not mean being nude, rather it means they will not wear beautiful clothes, choice clothes. They will only wear indecent or skimpy clothes, or clothes that are strange, which the people are not used to adorning themselves. He's saying, goat shepherds, this is their occupation. No, they are not goat shepherds, they are sheep shepherds. And the Hadith talks about the sheep shepherds. I know. This is their occupation. They are shepherds looking after sheep and camels. You see? I know. These are the characteristics of the shepherds. They live upon tending livestock, and they live in the desert. But in the end times, they will live in the urban areas. They will live in the cities and construct structures. Initially, they resided under the tents and Dutch, but in the end times, they will compete in erecting huge structures. They will build and vie in boosting with one another. One of them could even build high structures with many floors and decorate and beautify it, while he was originally living in that Dutch house or under tents or things like that. So their condition will change. This is from the signs of the last hour. They will be competing in erecting tall buildings, as it is today, which is an affirmation of his statement. The Bedouins now reside in the cities and compete in erecting tall buildings. Each person wants his building to be better than that of the other person in its structure, look, and elevation. This is from the signs and miracles of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for he told us about something which has happened as he said it. He said, that is the stranger then left That is, the questioner stood up and went out. Then some of the companions went out in search of him, but did not find him. And this is amazing because he was amongst them, asking and talking, asking and talking. And after a moment, he could not be found. He could not be found. He Sallallahu then said, "Do you know who that questioner was?" They replied, "Allah and His Messenger know better." Allah Sallallahu said, "That was Jibril. He came to teach you your religion." This is evidence that the angel will not come in their angelic form, because people will not be able to see them in that angelic form. Will only come in form, or will only come in human form, so that people will not run away from him. Many times Jibril could come to the Prophet ﷺ in the form of a man, while the companions are around him like any other questioner and student. Will not differentiate himself from them, so that they do not run away. This also contains evidence that the angels could take forms depending on the benefit. Allah has given them the ability to do that for the benefit of man. However, people do not see the angels except when punishment is about to descend and the refuge is with Allah. And at the point of death, the angels appear and the dying person sees them. أيوة. Allah the Most High said, يوم يرون الملائكة لا بشرى يومئذ للمجرمين ويقولون هجرا مهجورا. On the day they will see the angels, no glad tidings will there be for the mujrimun, criminals and disbelievers that day. But before that, the people only see them in forms not different from those of men. In all, why did Jibril come? Why did he sit with them? The response comes from the tongue of the Prophet ﷺ. He said, "He came to teach you your religion." He was not asking in order to learn, he was only asking in order to impart knowledge. This contains evidence that questions and answers are from the means of imparting knowledge. It is well known and good method of education. He is saying, "Teach you your religion." It contains evidence that this religion is taken by learning it. It's not taken from customs and cultural practices and innovations and newly invented matters. It also contains evidence that the religion has 3 categories, some of which are better and more excellent than others. The first level, Islam, and its pillars are 5. The second level, which is above that, Iman, and its pillars are 6. The third level, which its highest level, Ihsan, and it is a single pillar. To worship Allah as though you see Him, even though you cannot see Him, He still sees you. This entails encouragement toward learning the religion, and that it is obligatory on the Muslim to learn his religion, and it is not sufficient for him to say, "I'm a Muslim." He has to learn the religion so that he can practice it in the right manner. So it does not suffice for one to attribute himself to Islam when he knows nothing about it. If you are asked about Islam, he will say, "I'm a Muslim, but I do not know what Islam is." And this is amazing. How could he be a Muslim? He does not know what Islam is. This is being neglectful. He could fall into something that contradicts Islam while he knows not, or leave something by which his Islam is nullified while he knows not, because he did not learn Islam. Thus, this contains evidence for obligation of learning the Deen in its 3 levels: Islam, Iman, and Ihsan.